shoplifting, bullying, vandalism, menacing, illegal downloading, drugs, alcohol. You hear about these things happening daily and you wonder, why do people do this? Why do kids do this? Whether it is breaking the law or just being disobedient, these are all examples of things kids are doing every day where their parents are being held responsible. My name is Aliyah, and I ask the question, should parents or any guardian be held accountable for when their child breaks the law? Some would say no, some would say yes. Some would say to a certain extent. When parents set off limits for their kids like, no, do not do this, or no, do not look at that, it makes the child more interested in trying to figure out why they cannot do this or why they cannot look at that. Even little kids, when the parent says, no, do not touch that, it's dangerous, the child is going to try to find many ways to touch that hot stove or to touch that fire. This happens because the child is curious to know what it is like to touch that object or why they cannot touch that object. So, what is curiosity and what does it do to the brain? Curiosity is when you have a strong desire to know or find out about something. What does curiosity do to the brain? Curiosity improves memory. So in that second that the parent says, no, do not do that, the child's brain goes back to, well, I wanted to do this, but I was told not to. I wonder why I cannot do that. Later in life, when the child approaches a situation where they're not sure whether or not to do something, their mind goes back to when they were told not to do that, so they never did it. But now the child is curious to know what it is like to do whatever situation they're stuck in. Almost every state has legislated laws holding the parents responsible for kids under the age of 18. These crimes committed by children penalize the parents in many different ways, from $1,000 for children violating curfew laws, $5,000 for graffiti on public property or damage, or being forced to go to parenting classes. To commit a crime and for the parent to be held responsible is only teaching kids that it's okay to commit a crime, because they know that the parent is going to step in and take the blame for it. This is why I believe that parents are in charge of this unruly behavior promoted by children and need to reinforce these laws in the youth. All children have the decision on how they would like to portray themselves. They could make the worst decision ever, but it is the parent's job to step in and take responsibility of the situation. As a kid, I know that the child often tries to shift the focus on someone else, but the parent needs to set the record straight and make sure that their child is grasping everything that they're saying. While they're doing this, the parent needs to be specific on why they're setting limits. Parents need to notice that us kids are the future and that they are not going to be able to walk us through our entire lives. We have to learn things on our own, but it is the parent's job to make sure that they are watching the decisions that we are making. If the parent follows these simple suggestions, I will assure that the number of laws broken by children will go down by many, and the number of laws broken by children where the parent is held responsible will decrease in numerous amounts as well. Thank you.